First there was the river, and then came the railroad. This bridge was built in 1872 by the St. Cloud, St. Paul, and Pacific Railroad for its Minneapolis to Moorhead line. Steamboat traffic, always limited by St. Anthony Falls on the south and Sauk Rapids on the north, fell by the wayside in 1866, when the first train reached the city, changing the journey from a 5-hour steamboat ride, depending on the season, to a 3.5-hour trip that ran year-round. The train closely paralleled the river, following the east side until passengers disembarked across from the city, and then took the ferry, or later the St. Germain Wagon Toll Bridge, to reach downtown. When this bridge opened, it carried the trains to the West Bank and to the new depot near 9th Avenue and 3rd Street North. It changed the city in many ways. As the line extended to the west, St. Cloud became a central shipping area for agricultural goods and supplies for farmers, especially after it was acquired by James J. Hill's St. Paul, Minneapolis, and Manitoba Railroad in 1878. Around the same time, the Northern Pacific completed a branch line from the north, building its own passenger depot on the east side. In 1884, 14 trains ran daily from St. Cloud to St. Paul. It also made possible the development of Minnesota's important non-agricultural industries like timber, quarrying, and mining. By the late 19th century, the city was built around its railroad tracks, and not the river. The Great Northern Railroad was also an important local industry that employed thousands of St. Cloud workers at the building shops and division headquarters. The St. Cloud shops, the largest in the Great Northern system, were responsible through their operation for building the tens of thousands of freight cars needed for Hill's empire. Between 1901 and 1917, the shops built more than 20,000 40-foot wooden truss rod boxcars. And during World War II, they built the first plywood-sided boxcars and the first aluminum-sided boxcars for the Great Northern. They were the only shops on the Great Northern lines devoted exclusively to building freight cars. So much has changed. Regular passenger service ended in 1971, and the Great Northern shops are closed. This bridge remains a remarkable piece of railroad history. It has been rebuilt and reinforced over the years, with the addition of a third truss down the middle of the bridge structure and new steel bracing. If you look closely, you can still see some of the original stone piers in the middle of the river.